They are also expensive and have poor batch-to-batch consistency. Our solution to these problems is the development of automated and continuous production of high-quality graphene. Our graphene material will mostly contain less than 10 layers, have much less defect and impurities, good batch-to-batch consistency, and a lower price. Our focus is offering graphene-based solutions to enhance the energy storage devices. With our graphene technology, batteries and supercapacitors can achieve a higher power-to-weight ratio, longer cycle life, better safety and faster charging properties. Graphene-enhanced nanomaterials can offer 2.5 times the capacity of conventional materials. Our graphene technology has been validated by major device manufacturers in energy storage, and several of them expressed interest to purchase. Graphene will also be used to create new materials for many other industries in our long-term business plan. Industries such as aerospace, automotive, healthcare, electronics, coatings and paints, and more will be able to benefit from the graphene technology. For example, graphene-enhanced anti-corrosive coatings can last 4 times longer than same coatings without graphene. Graphene is also a platform technology that enables countless new technologies. Please come and be a part of our journey to create the future with graphene materials that are truly wonderful.
So to summarize, our core technology is the production of graphene and graphene-based composite materials. The normal process of making graphene creates a lot of pollutions, introduce impurities and defects into graphene. While using our new process, we can make it a green production. We can get rid of the impurities and the defects, and also bring down the cost to a reasonable level for mass production. In the in-launch-type program, we have introduced all the potential users of graphene as well as some graphene manufacturers. And based on our response from the interviews, we have set our V-matrix to be firstly energy storage, and then graphene reinforced composite materials and coatings. Let me share a detailed learning journey from the IoT program then.
Many technologies, including ours, are essentially solutions looking for problems to solve. We laid out our first value proposition canvas and business model canvas with the assumption that our target market will be supercapacitors for transportation industry, especially electric cars. Then we began trying to validate it through interviews. However, during our interviews, we found out that supercapacitors haven't been implemented in electric cars because of a major technical bottleneck. Meanwhile, we received interest from battery and supercapacitor manufacturers in the graphene raw material. That's when we decided directly sell the graphene. We then found out that the graphene materials currently in the market cannot meet many of the requirements of energy storage industry. While our graphene material have exactly the parameters needed for energy storage applications. Energy storage is fast in adopting new technologies and do not need to change the process to add graphene, which means low adoption cost and short to market time. Our final version of value proposition canvas and business model canvas is redesigned with batteries and supercapacitor manufacturers as the main customer sergeant and will be able to expand to other applications as a long-term plan.
So the main key part of energy storage is actually the lack of power, capacity, and also inability to do a fast charge and discharge. They also encounter safety issues due to the poor thermal properties of battery component. It is already validated and accepted in the R&D people in energy storage industry that graphene can help to solve this pain point. However, why isn't any major battery or supercapacitor producers using graphene in the devices? This is the reason we devoted most of our time and effort to solve. our interviewees are very helpful in this problem because they are also stretching their heads trying to find the answer to this question. By putting all of our knowledge and experience together, we came to the conclusion that the majority of graphene materials in the market cannot meet the demand of energy storage industry, while our material is actually a perfect fit for them. This is the reason we have selected energy storage as our first market. Firstly, our material can fit the demand, while other material cannot. This naturally leads to less competitors. And secondly, the cost of adopting new technology in this case is very low for the energy storage industry. They do not need to introduce a major change in the process. They can simply replace one of the materials with graphene. And the raw material cost is low because of the amount of the graphene added was small. We have estimated the increase of cost to be only 1 to 2%. And thirdly, energy storage is a fast-moving industry, which means our to-market time is significantly shorter than other applications like structural reinforcement or coating. As a lot, we have received many interest from the industry with some business with some purchase intentions and business plans from our collaborators, and more are coming after the interview session. Our long-term plan consists of graphene reinforced composite materials. For example, by adding a small amount of graphene, polymer materials can achieve an over 400% increase in mechanical strength. And also, the material will not catch fire even if exposed to open flame. Also, similarly, by adding a small amount of graphene into coatings, we can simplify a multi-step coating process to only one step, have over 4 times increase in the life of coatings, and also the unique properties of graphene can open the way to many new designs. To summarize, graphene is actually an enabling platform technology which market will continue to grow after we have successfully commercialized and mass-produced it. We have estimated our total market to we have also estimated our target market to be around 10 million in 2 years from now on. And this market will continue to grow after more and more new designs enabled by graphene coming to the market. Our VTC mainly tackles the pinpoint of energy storage, namely the inability to do fast charge and discharge. And in our business model canvas, we focus on serving the energy storage industry with a joint development and dedicated service customer relationship. Because to solve the current problems and in the current status of the graphene market, we need to put our technical expertise together in order to really solve the pinpoint of energy storage. Thank you for your attention.
Alright, let's invite the team mentor, Janjit.
Good afternoon, everyone. The team faced a number of challenges when we started this, moving on this journey. First of all, there's been a lot of hype about graphene. The supermetric material that's going to change the world. But the market implementation, penetration of graphene has really not quite been there because of a lot of challenges. So identifying the right market for the team to focus on was a key challenge that the team had to overcome. Secondly, creating a spin-off based on a manufacturing know-how is also quite a challenging thing for a spin-off for a startup to look at. The amount of investment and the potential risk right in the beginning of creating a spin-off is actually quite high. So thinking about how to navigate that was also a challenging area. And thirdly, most importantly, it started off with a team of 3 or 4 people, and ended up with basically Chai working by herself to go through this whole process apart from her day job. And so she worked really hard, and we saw the outcome of her hard work over there. In addition to that, I'd like to thank Frank too for really jumping in and getting his hands dirty and helping put all of this together too. So thank you very much and good job.
Right, questions from the floor and panel?
So let me first declare an interest. I'm invested in several graphene and graphite companies and the director of some. You spend a lot of your presentation telling us how wonderful graphene is, and like AI, I think you should avoid doing that because we're all sort of sick of hearing that. You have a production process, and to what extent have you protected the IP behind that production process? There were 16,000 graphene patents registered last year alone. I hope you're probably aware of that. So it's a very, very crowded field. So what have you got that's going to change the market, change the world?
Well, currently we are planning to, like most of our IP, be a trade secret. Because it's really difficult to protect the IP as a spin-off. It's better we leave everything for ourselves.
So if that's the case, then you can't license the process. So you'll have to make the graphene